Hey, all you Clear Lake lovers and chasers of the elusive black bass. Ross England here with Clear Lake Guide Service. Today's June 9th, and this is your fishing report. Been out 4 days this week. Today was my last day. Today was kind of one of those weird trips where you go around and just show people where to go fish. You don't really concentrate on catching a lot of fish. That's what they're going to do while you're gone. You just give them an area, show them confidence, show them how to catch them, then let them go. And then when they come back for the next 3 or 4 days, that's what they do. They catch fish. So today was a little weird day. Also, kind of puts a ding in your fish count. Being the 4th day that we fished, Thursday was windy. It was really windy, so we were kind of forced to stay in Lakeport, and we couldn't do a whole lot. We still ended up with 17 fish. Wednesday we had 50. Tuesday we only fished a half a day late in the afternoon, caught 31. So the bite's good. Conditions, when you look around, watercolor is still really, really good. There's not a whole lot of algae bloom. I'm sitting out here right in front of Redbud right now, as you can tell by what's behind me. And the water's a little bit stained, but I would say it's just stained the right color for some reaction bait fishing. You can still see a foot. It's just a little bit off color. Some of the areas that we were in the Redbud Arm today, we could see 3.5 to almost 4.5 feet. It was clear enough that we saw some fish come up out of the weeds to go after frogs. So that's how clear it was in some areas. I think the biggest problem this next week is just going to be the heat, potential algae blooms, and the weeds, or the watercolor. So there was quite a bit of activity out here Friday and Saturday. Today being Sunday is not quite as bad. Most people have gone home. I honestly think the bite is pretty good. We caught the bulk of our fish on plastics. Everything from a Carolina rig to a Ned rig, Senkos, drop shot, shaky head. We had a lot of bites this week for the short amount of time that we threw a frog. We just couldn't get any of them hooked. It just, for whatever reason, that's frog fishing. Senko seemed to be the most productive, not only for numbers but also for size. The average Senko fish that we caught the last couple of days out were in the 3 to almost 4 pound range. So the biggest fish that we had this past week was a 6.25. That came off of a wall where there was actually one of the few bunches of shad that we saw that were being chased around a little bit. The spot that I pull up to when I really need a fish, and I thought, well, maybe we'll get one here. And I've never caught more than one fish on that spot, but we caught 7 on it that day on that particular stop, and we left it and they were still biting. So I think things are looking really good here. The overall condition of the water is really nice for the middle of June. Again, we don't have a whole lot of algae blooms. There's not, the water hasn't dropped down enough. I think we're still around 6.5 feet Rumsey, which is a foot from low, or foot from full. So we're still looking in really good shape there. There's not a whole lot of boat traffic out here, so it's a good time to be out. I'm looking forward to some trips this week. My schedule will start to open up again as my recovery finishes up. Around the first part of July is when I'm really looking for things to get going and get a full slate of business again. By then, I think the topwater bite's going to be good. I'm really seeing signs right now that it's coming on strong. And I think the nice thing is with this higher lake levels so far and the weed growth, there's going to be a lot of areas where you're going to be able to go in and throw topwater. We just got to have the right set of conditions, which for the most part is just let the wind die down a little bit. I think the reaction bite is also going to get started. This is typically when we start looking to do really well with square bills and chatterbaits. So, Caleb, I hope you were paying attention. I think that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like the report, do that thing where you hit like and tell your friends about it so you can join our YouTube channel, Clear Lake Guide Service. And you can always find out what's going on with us on Facebook at Clear Lake Guide Service as well. Our website, clearlakeguideservice.com. A lot of Clear Lake Guide Service, huh? Hey, thanks a bunch, people. I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate the people signing up. And it's really great when I get on the water and one of you guys stops by and says hi. So we'll be seeing you. Catch some fish.